Hey guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna show you how to use ChatGPT for SQL Server database. So when you wanna create a database or store procedures, you might think a lot of and you might spend a lot of time. So we're gonna dismiss that and we're gonna get rid of all this time wasting stuff. So first of all, I'm gonna show you how to use it, but I'm gonna give you some simple examples. So and exactly the right question. I want to create a database for a library. So I'm just gonna, stop this because I want to use it in SQL. I want to create a database for a library in SQL Server. The exact question. Oh, what happened? It happened again. Anyway, just delete this and let's say let's come above and ask this. I want to create a database for a library in SQL Server. Create database library DB. It's created, as you can see. And also then we're gonna create tables for that. I want you to create tables for my library database in SQL Server. I wanted to create tables for my library database in SQL Server. So he's giving me informations. Books, book ID. So when you have this, you can also create on your own. Let's say there can be author ID and you can create another table like authors, and there's gonna be author ID and author name and born and where he's born and where he was born, and loan, as you can see. An employee who is working in this library actually. So overdue, as you can see. Maybe the loan date is maybe 2 weeks ago, and you should bring it 10 days later, but you just brought it like 2 weeks later. So you should be punished and fined actually. So I'm gonna alter the file amount right now. Fine amount. I'm gonna show you how to do that actually. Let's come here, data model, and I'm gonna show you something here. So what is it? No, not here. So here's this question, alter fine amount column. I'm gonna show how to do that. So scroll down. So this is my table, right? Overdue. I'm gonna update this one. So alter fine amount column. What this is? Just gonna copy this. In overdue, so I'm just gonna copy this. Table based on other columns, which is equal to subtraction of return date. What is return date here? Is the return date? Ah, my God. Return date. Oh, day says overdue. We can delete this. It's okay. But I'm gonna show you why, by the way. So as you can see, it's gonna alter the column. Well, you can update it. So, but I don't want to do that really. I don't want to do it like that. Just come here. Sometimes he's given some wrong information, but it's okay. You can update that. So you can delete the column, and just come here. Maybe you created a column, but you can delete that. Where is it? Yeah. So as you can see, file amount, right? You can just delete that and alter the table. So alter the table over the loans, add fine amount, or you can alter it as data diff, date, and due to, and return data and multiply to. And we're gonna call it persisted. So this is something like it's gonna be the fine amount is gonna be calculated based on two columns. So, but here, I'm not gonna insert the actually so update overdue loans, set fine amount, equal data diff, day, and due to date and return date, and multiply two. So as you can see, we can create a data model actually, and let's create a store procedures, right? So let's say you want to insert all this values, who got the book and overdue actually, and let's ask the last question. Create, I'm just gonna scroll up, see table. Yeah, create a store, let's say procedure, create a store procedure to insert values into overdue loans. Let's say that got the book and overdue into. That's the question. See, current date is greater than due to date. So it is amazing. Look, insert into. I'm just gonna stop this. I don't need you right now. So create procedures. As begin, set no account on, insert into overdue loans, book ID, member ID, loan date, and due to date and return date, and days overdue and fine amount, right? So this is my overdue loans actually, and I'm going to insert all these things. So I don't have this one. So first of all, what we have here from loans, right? Because people or students are gonna get the book, and if they are overdue, and they should be punished and fined actually. So book ID I have, member ID, loan date, and due date, and return date, and dative. So this is book ID, member ID, loan date, and due date, and return date. And this days overdue means that, and like subtraction of due date and get date actually. So it's gonna show us how many, how long they keep the bug after the due date. So, and then data diff, day and due date and get date minus 2, actually times 2. I just created this way. So this is the way of creating stored procedures. So there are a lot of things you can do. Just simple, you can ask the simple question like this: create a, like, let's say, a coffee house database for me in SQL Server. Create a coffee house database in SQL Server. Oh, what happened? Oh, so when you are overdue, or when you're using ChatGPT too much, uh, you might be logged out. I don't know. Anyway, create a coffee house database in SQL Server. So run this. Also, you can just arrange a light mode here, but I love the dark one. Yep. Create table customers, first name, last name. It is amazing. Really, you don't have to waste your time. Of course, you should know some SQL Server basics. It is important. So employees, who's working uh, in which cafeteria, in which store actually. So it is very important. So this is employees table. Hourly wage, position, and create a table for storing information about menu items, item ID, item name, description also. And I'm gonna show you one more thing, and you're gonna be surprised maybe, and we'll see you right now. Come on, baby, work. Let's go. So orders. We have foreign key, primary key, and all these things. Amazing. You're still creating table. There's nothing getting bored, or tired, or exhausted. It is working all the time, as soon as you ask the right question. Even I am tired of watching you creating tables. You didn't get bored and tired. So you can then insert data into tables, retrieve data from tables, and update and delete data in the tables using standard SQL. Absolutely, you will do that for me. So how many tables we have? Like, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I want you to give me values to insert into those tables in SQL Server. That is crazy. Oh my god. you can say give me five values. He's gonna give you, or 3 values. He will keep giving you. Look, I'm just gonna stop it here. I'm just gonna copy this. I'm gonna say give me 5 values for each table to insert in those tables. Look, I wanted to give me 5. I hope you understood the question. We'll see. Yep. But he, he doesn't have to write insert into values and just comma and insert, and you can type it. But anyway, it's no problem. It'll work. The most important thing, that is it working or not? Yes, it will work, so no problem. Let it do on behalf of us. Oh, the AI is creating databases. Not only creating databases, he is also creating some values, and he's gonna insert them. That is crazy. He can create procedures. When you come here, so as you can see, I think I don't want to waste your time. So you got the point. But I'm gonna show you one more thing. Uh, so I'm just gonna wandering around this actually uh, screen. So I'm gonna show you something. I asked many questions, by the way. So first question: create a data model, for me, please. So he just did it, and then I asked the same question. Then create a database for this. Even I mistype this. You can understand it. Create a database for this database model in SQL Server, and it's creating databases, as you can see. And then I wanted to create a new table for those members who got the book and got overdue. So create table overdue, and I have all this tables, because we are going to use then stored procedures to just put the information automatically based on a condition, which is condition is gonna be like where the current data is greater than the due to data column in the loan table. So create procedure, and then as begin, insert into overdue loan, and loan ID, member ID, and book ID, and due date, and return date, and fine amount. So fine amount, as you can see, he just kept the fine amount from loans. So do we have fine amount in the loans? What is it? Yeah, we have fine amount, and but it's wrong. We shouldn't have fine amount here, okay? And we're gonna fix it. So here I have fine amount, but you can alter that. So scroll down. I'm gonna show you something. Alter fine amount column in overdue. So I'm gonna alter it, and alter table overdue loans, and you can delete the column and then alter the table name fine amount, and you can add a column fine amount, and as a data div, day, due to date, return date, because I have here, like here, I have due to date and return date, and I'm gonna make a subtraction of these 2 values, and then times 2. So scroll down. I'm gonna show you some one more thing, and so loan ID, member ID, and book ID, and due date and return date. And as you can see, I don't have fine, because and return date is gonna be get date. When I get the book, and I'm just gonna take it back to the library, and the date, return date is gonna be get date, right? So loan ID, and then of course the fine amount, as I alter the table here, is gonna be calculated automatically based on due the date, and return date. So as you can see, I inserted also values, all these values. And then I'm gonna show you something. This is the great stored procedure. So insert into over the loans, loan ID, member ID, book ID, due date, return date, and fine amount. So select loan ID, member ID, book ID, and due date, and get date, because return date, get date, and file amount. File amount, what is the file amount? And this one. So as you can see, and day, due date from loans. So there are a lot of things you can do, and just because you get the code doesn't mean you're gonna just run the same code. You can just manipulate their procedures and other things, weaves, or maybe create table orders. And when you just come here, what is the actually this? So there's a slight difference, between this procedures and this one. What is it? Of course, I have in that store procedures and this one, but you know fine amount, because it'll be calculated automatically, data diff, day and due date and get date. So you can create this from loan table, because in the loan table, when you scroll down, just scroll up, and in the loan table, where is it? Yeah, here I have loan date and due date and return date. And also you can say as default, return date. And in this table, overdue loan date, okay, loan ID, member ID is gonna have a book ID, and we don't have to actually due date, because if I have due date here, loans, and I don't have to type it, but you can type it, no problem. But it's gonna take room, in your database. And return it, I don't need that, because I have these two columns in this in the loans table. So file amount, since I created my stored procedures, and from this, I don't have to say, you can create your stored procedures like that. Or if you didn't alter your table, alter your columns like that, you can create a stored procedures, like that. Because since I just created my stored procedures, and the fine amount is gonna be calculated based on due date, and also get date. Due date is from loans, and get date, since I have, like, when you type selects get date, so this is my get date. So this is actually a database I just uh, did in ChatGPT. So this is my whole table and my procedures, stored procedures, and those are values. Actually, it is really great. So thank you so much for watching this video. I showed you how to use ChatGPT and also database SQL Server. You can ask a lot of questions, and you can get many answers to your questions. It is really exciting, and also um, time protecting, and it's not gonna waste your time, and it is really great. So thank you so much for watching my video, and have a great day.